In 2008, GM and Chrysler went bankrupt. They needed a government bailout to survive. In 2025, it is happening again, but this time, the government isn't coming to save them. We are witnessing a mass extinction event in the car world. Billions of dollars in unsold inventory are rotting on lots. EV promises have failed. Interest rates are suffocating buyers. There are 7 specific car brands that are mathematically doomed. They are bleeding cash, losing customers, and destroying their own reputations. If you own one of these cars, you need to be worried. When a brand disappears, your warranty disappears with it. Your resale value goes to zero. Here are the 7 brands that will not survive 2026 in their current form. We start with a British legend that has already signed its own death warrant. Jaguar. Jaguar has announced they are stopping production of all their gas cars. The F-Type, the F-Pace, the XE, all gone. They are pivoting 100% to ultra-luxury EVs. They want to compete with Bentley. This is suicide. Nobody buys a Jaguar for $120,000. They bought them because they were cool, sporty alternatives to BMW. Their reliability is atrocious. The electrical systems fail constantly. The depreciation is the worst in the luxury segment. Dealers are closing down because they have no cars to sell. By 2026, Jaguar will either be a tiny boutique brand selling 500 cars a year, or they will be sold off to a Chinese conglomerate. If you own a gas Jaguar, sell it now before parts become impossible to find. If you want to know what financial ruin looks like, look at a Maserati Ghibli. Stellantis, the parent company, has openly discussed killing the Maserati brand. Why? Because they're selling garbage for gold prices. The window switches are from a Dodge Dart. The screen is from a Jeep, but the price tag is $90,000. Buyers aren't stupid. Sales have collapsed by 50% year over year. The engines, while sounding good, are maintenance nightmares. The electrical systems are fragile. Dealers are refusing to take them as trade-ins because they sit on the lot for 300 days. Maserati is currently on life support. There is a very high chance they will be shut down or sold off within 24 months. Do not catch this falling knife. I am grouping the EV startups together because the bubble has burst. Fisker has already filed for bankruptcy. Their cars are now bricks with no software support. But the danger isn't over. Lucid builds amazing cars, but they lose hundreds of thousands of dollars on every single car they sell. They are surviving solely on Saudi Arabian investment money. If that money stops, the company vanishes overnight. Rivian is burning cash at an alarming rate. Buying a car from a startup is risky. If they go bankrupt, there are no parts, there is no service, there is no software update. Unless it's a Tesla, buying an EV from a startup in 2025 is gambling with your life savings. Stick to the legacy brands if you want a car that will still run in 5 years. Does Chrysler even exist anymore? Think about it. What do they sell? The 300 is dead. The 200 is dead. They sell one car, the Pacifica minivan. You cannot sustain a national dealer network with one minivan. Chrysler is a ghost brand. It exists in name only. Parent company Stellantis is cutting costs ruthlessly. There is no reason for them to keep Chrysler alive. They promised a new EV crossover, but it has been delayed. If you buy a Pacifica today, you are buying from a brand that might just be a service department sign in 2 years. Before I reveal the 3 giant companies that are actually in danger of total collapse, I have to give you a tool to protect yourself. When a brand dies, parts availability stops. Warranties become void. You need to make sure you aren't buying a car that is on the endangered species list. I compiled the 2025 used car blacklist. It lists not just the bad brands, but the specific models and years that have fatal engineering flaws. It includes the death list of brands to avoid. Don't gamble with $30,000. Download the list right now at the link in the description. Now we get to the big ones. Nissan. Nissan is a zombie company. They have massive debt, aging technology, and a reputation that is in the toilet. We already talked about their CVT nightmare. That single engineering mistake destroyed the loyalty of millions of customers. But the problem now is financial. They are heavily reliant on subprime buyers, people with bad credit. As interest rates rose, those buyers disappeared. Nissan sales have cratered. They are now in emergency survival mode. They are cutting production, firing workers, and begging Honda for a partnership just to survive. Buying a new Nissan today is buying into a company that is fighting for its life. The resale value of their cars is dropping faster than any other Japanese brand. Dodge committed suicide. For 15 years, they printed money by selling old technology with big V8 engines. The Challenger and Charger were icons. Then they killed them. They replaced the legendary Hemi V8 with the Hornet, a rebadged Alfa Romeo crossover that nobody wants. And the Charger Daytona EV? Dodge customers want noise. They want gas. They do not want electric cars. By abandoning their core audience, Dodge has alienated the only people who bought their cars. Dealer lots are full of unsold Hornets, and the last remaining V8s are overpriced. Without the Hemi, Dodge has no identity. There's a very real possibility that Stellantis folds Dodge into Jeep or Ram and kills the brand entirely. Finally, the number one entity that is facing a complete collapse isn't just a brand, it's the parent company itself, Stellantis. This is the company that owns Jeep, Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Alfa Romeo. Their CDO has openly stated that brands that do not make money will be shut down. They raised prices to insane levels. A Jeep Wrangler is $60,000. A Ram truck is $80,000. They stopped listening to American customers. U.S. dealers sent a public letter to the CEO accusing him of destroying the American car brands. Inventory is rotting. Sales are down 20 to 30%. This company is in a death spiral. Expect to see brands like Chrysler, Maserati, and Alfa Romeo sold off or closed down in 2026. Buying a Stellantis product right now is incredibly risky. The future of the company is not guaranteed. So what happens if you own a car from a dead brand? Look at Saab or Pontiac. Parts become hard to find. You have to rely on junkyards or eBay. Dealerships close. You have to find independent mechanics. The value drops to zero. You cannot trade it in. And the warranty? If the company goes bankrupt, the warranty is legally worthless. You are on your own. This is why you must avoid these 7 brands. Stick to the companies with cash. Stick to the companies that listen to their customers. Toyota, Honda, Mazda, they aren't going anywhere. If you want to buy a car that is immune to this market crash, you need to buy used. I found an SUV that costs $12,000 and is better than a new Chevy. Watch this video to see it.